Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They give it off here to the tight end. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Slam, slam. Check 52. Check.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Check 50. Check 50.
2nd down, McKinnon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. They'll trying to run with McKinnon. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This complete to Lockett. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 32-yard line.
I got it. Strong right, strong right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Friday.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On third down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Bring it.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on second down. Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. Looking to throw. George going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's second down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Here's McKinnon. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 6 yards. You're right. 626. He's coming. We got double up. Check. Fresh now. Kill.
3rd and short, McKinnon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks, nothing.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
He's going to have the first down past the 20. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
36 power.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Watch the block, motion, block. Good luck for signal. 42 the mic, boy, 42 is the mic.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's ours.
They run it with McKinnon. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. George. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now it's Lockett. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now Rashad Penny, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
Here we go. 70-80. 49. All day, dog. Slip.
On 1st and 10, George. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Check 31. Safety's creeping.
To throw again, George. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try the right side here with Penny. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. A terrific run there by Penny. 45 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run with Penny. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Penny. He juked him. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
We got 3. We got 3.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 5-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Wide, get wide. Kill. Let's go.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ready. You can't block me. Check 37.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Looking to throw on second down. George going for Hurd on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
From the gun on third down, George. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 29-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Nice, sweetheart.
Second and 4. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
49 to Mike, watch 49. Defense wins championships, baby.
From the gun, George. Looking downfield for Kelsey. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
On the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
Ready? Right. Come on. 49 to Mike. There we go. Jump.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's brought down. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try with McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
What? Come on, D. Hey, right, Roger. What? We're going to 88.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Again, it's Penny. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he loses the football a second time.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On first down, Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. They go quickly here out to Moore. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash, this from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
All day, every day, any day. Hatchet, hatchet.
run once more with McKinnon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now McKinnon. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, George. Throwing left side, it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
22 yards. First down, Green Bay.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Lucky. He's checking.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Crouch. Shift. Watch the shift.
On 2nd down now, McKinnon. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, alert 3. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. You got tight right there. Under crush.
They'll keep it on the ground. McKinnon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. On 4th down, George going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
You see me out here? That's right. We can't be stopped.
Now the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. McKinnon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Show it up. Show it up. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
They'll keep it on the ground. McKinnon, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And it's 3rd down.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. George. James has got it. Complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run with Penny. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his left. And he's going to keep it here. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Grant, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. He's back to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line.
Check, Mike 42. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Mike, 315. Hey, pick your game up. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check. Alert. Mike 42, Mike 1.
One last shot for Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
intended for Tyler Lockett. Incomplete. Brings us third down and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Josh Jones. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
Chains on and the diamonds.